Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Mary Whitman Ortiz, relationship coach and Christian sex educator. And today I want to talk to you about how to keep your love on. How do you love when someone you're in relationship changes their values? So make sure that you like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and then you can get new relationship tips every week. So let's think about this. How do you love when someone changes their values? You know, we start most of our relationships, whether it's a friendship or dating, or even as you met and married your spouse. You start with some common values, things that you both appreciate, that you are just committed to, and that's what keeps you close together, because those are priorities. Those have great meaning. But you may have realized that over time, that someone that you're in relationship with began to make a drift from some of those values, and you have to figure out, what do I do? How do I handle that? So I have some great questions for you today. And the first one is, how do you know? So we can only observe people's behaviors and hear their words. We really don't know what they're thinking unless they share. You may assume, you may compare it to past experiences you've had with them, but truly at that moment, you don't know what they're thinking and what their motivation is. You might have a sense in your gut, and it's really okay to follow that, to inquire for more information. But if you are picking up on something is different, something's not the same, something's not quite right, how might that make you feel? Well, you could begin to second guess yourself, like, wait a minute, this isn't where we were before. How did this happen? Did I change? Did they change? You know, that self-doubt creeps in, and it can serve us if it causes us to bring up some questions and to address things in the relationship. If we don't address that self-doubt, then it grows into something else, which might turn into a problem itself. And when people are frustrated, confused, overwhelmed, maybe even sad, if some of those values ended up being around your faith or your morals or your commitment in your marriage, and there's kind of some extremes that people turn to or fall into. On one end, they might shut down because it just hurts too much to be fully present. On the other end, they might lash out because out of that place of fear, they're trying to control something externally. So you can observe your behavior too. But what is something good to do, something good to remember? Well, I'm going to prompt you with a scripture, and this is Colossians 3, verse 15, and I'm reading from the Amplified Version. It says, "And let the peace, soul harmony, which comes from Christ, rule. Act as an umpire continually in your hearts, deciding and settling with finality all questions that arise in your minds. In that peaceful state to which, as members of Christ's one body, you were also called to live. And so be thankful, appreciative, giving praise to God always." What is a key phrase out of that verse that you can call on God's peace to act as an umpire, to help you decide and settle so that you know more of how you want to show up in the relationship? Remember, you can't control anyone else. You are the only one. As a matter of fact, that brings me to my 3 tips to help you as you walk out this process when someone changes their values in your relationship. Number 1, to remember your identity and value are in God regardless. Number 2, you are 100% responsible and capable for your actions. And number 3, when connection is a goal and your motivation is love, you will make good decisions. So I hope that gives you some insight on what to do when someone you're in relationship changes their values. And I have exciting news if you want more ways to help, because the True Intimacy in Marriage Couples course is launching on November 11th, where you get videos and study guides and an entire course that you can do at your own pace. So make sure you check the links, and that will show you exactly how you can sign up. Thanks so much for watching today, and catch us next week for more relationship tips so you have a thriving marriage.